Hello, hello, hello. This is Mike Reed coming at you with a video on Monday, July 15th. My usual my usual system is not working. That would be StreamYard. So I am using, oh wow, it actually works on this one. Restream. This is my backup, but it's almost like they meant for this to happen. It's crazy. All right, I got one person on. It says unknown. I don't know where everybody's at. Oh, that's right. I'm gonna probably have to add Instagram. Hold on a second. Instagram is on. Streaming. YouTube is on. Streaming. Let's see here. Go live. Let me copy this one. And let me change the Instagram. Bear with me, please. Damn, which one is Instagram? This one. I'm old. Stream key. Let me remove it. So my name is Mike Reed. I'm gonna have to repeat this for all the wonderful people on Instagram. Woohoo! It worked. All right, let me get them people to join in. Bam! No. Yes. Sending. Let's see what we got. What the hell? Oh! We are. Bam! There we go. Now we are all in together. I even got my own freaking notification that we are all in together now. I'm going to be a little behind. There is a delay. Oh well. It's going to be a delay. I'll still address. The hell was that? Was that this or what? I don't know. Anyway, now that we're all together. Bam. Let's see what I got here. Let me move this. Oh, we got people coming in. I'm using Restream. I have no idea how accurate any of this stuff is. StreamYard would not work, so here we are. I got something that I want to share with you. It is, oh God, if I can figure out how to use this damn thing. What is it? Is it something metals? Oh, I think it's Atlas Metals. Atlas Metals. Let me see. Commercial appliance? Is this them? Atlas Food Service. This might be them. Yeah, Atlas Metal Industries. Got him. All right, so this is who was hanging out on the live stream. Hopefully my stuff is coming up on YouTube. I don't see anything. Oh well. Should be. Hey, Big Mike Adams, what's happening? Thanks for swinging by. A and B works. What's happening? All right, now we got, okay, so it must be working. We have 4 people. I don't see who the 4 people are on YouTube. Oh well. Oh, there's the chat. There's the chat. Let's see who's. Oh, there we go. LED Handyman. What's up? George. What's the word? Oh, Wilco Appliance. You really didn't miss any shows. I had no internet. I'm in Houston, Texas, and I had no internet. If you're watching me on Instagram, make a comment, and I'm going to see if it pops up on this on the chat on Restream. Thank you for being here, brother. Appreciate that. Yeah, I know the video is sketchy. Yeah, they said that it would be. There's some kind of an issue. Let me take this music off and let's see if that helps at all. Because sometimes if you got too much stuff going, it'll cause an issue. And bring this sound down. So we'll see what's up with that. StreamYard is not working. It won't show your video. And so this is one of the other programs I was considering using. And this is called Restream. AMB works. What's good? Okay. Thanks for putting that chat out there. It didn't show up. It didn't show up. All right. Well, on with the show. Once again, my name is Mike Reed. I am a, see if it moves. It doesn't move. I'm a commercial appliance technician. Been in the business since I was a kid. You know, I was 15 when I officially started. Fast forward, now I'm, 48. And I'm just providing a little information to the people. Information like this. This is Untamed Kango. What's happening? This is a company called Atlas Metals. Let me see if I can put this link out there. I don't know. This is the first time I'm getting down with all this stuff. Let's see what happens. All right, cool. We got somebody hanging with us on Instagram. All right, so that's the link. If you're watching me on Instagram, what you can do is just like take a screenshot, so that way you can have the information for later. So Atlas Metals is a manufacturer that they fabricate a lot of different pieces of equipment. Mainly, as you can see here, heating, but not always. See, like this drop-in. Excuse me. This drop-in is a fridge or freezer. So they do have these. They compete with your Delfield and that type of thing. I really don't see. Well, Delfield is a lot more popular than Atlas Metals when it comes to this. Atlas Metal, their big claim to fame is institutional places, universities, hospitals, and as far as their like restaurant clients, it is more like buffet locations, especially like especially like pizza buffets. They're pretty big with the pizza buffet crowd for some reason. And what they're able to do is they're able to outfit a facility with the equipment you see here. So they can have a full serving line, and it'll encompass, your cold solutions and hot. So let's see here, heated. Yeah, so here we go with the heated. Why are they doing that? Drop-ins. So here we go with the drop-ins. So here we go. Yeah, heated. It is all electric, no gas. Heated base. And so that you can have, let's just say Chipotle doesn't use their stuff. But let's say it's a line such as you would see with Chipotle. Duke is what is in Chipotle, just so you know. So Duke It competes with Atlas Metals with these type of equipment, Delfield, and the like. So there's a few of those. Hey, Scapelli's Appliance. What's happening? And one of the things I've noticed, I was put on to Atlas Metals at one of the um, pizza buffet places. They didn't. They have some large companies that are go-tos, but for some reason they're kind of like avoided. And I've constantly received calls once they found out that I existed in my market. They actually gave me calls all over Texas, Dallas, Austin, all over, um, it- because of the schools and the universities. So here you see, wonderful, 1 year uh, parts and labor warranty on their stuff. And I believe this is for refrigerated equipment. Yeah, this is for a refrigerated display case. So once again, you have this type of stuff where it is blowing the air up into the case, um, as opposed to having everything mounted on the inside. So it's almost like a cassette where just the case is just sitting on top and you have the cold air blowing inside from below. So as they say here, they do the merchandisers for salads, desserts, drink items. Yeah, so you'll see it in places where they will have mixed up drinks, especially if they are dense. Let's just say like a mango drink. And I say that because I've seen it. So they'll blend these drinks in batches. Because they're very stable, they will load up a display case like this with drinks that are such as mango, or maybe they might have a iced coffee type of deal, and so they'll have those already portioned out in different cups with the vacuum seal lids and that type of thing. And then when you come, they just grab them out of there and hand them to the client. Anybody ready for the information? Let me see what Instagram, because I had to go back. All right, brother RLS, what's happening? Sid, brother Sid, what's up? I know this is kind of hard for you to see on Instagram, but just so you know, we're talking about Atlas Metals. They came through and made an appearance. I haven't talked to them, but the young lady that I speak to on the phone, she is usually, we've talked in the past, and they are usually in the market for people to sign up with them. Let's see here. What is this? Infinity. What is this? So these will outfit. They custom fabricate everything for a client. Shelving units. What is this? So you would see some of these if you were to go into a sandwich shop, such as let's just say I don't think this is in Jimmy John's, but such as a Jimmy John's. Um, this is Duke is in Subway. So this is not Duke, but you get the idea. This is the type of equipment that you see for that type of setup. So you put your proteins in there in the holders. It would be salad, um, avocado, tomatoes, that type of thing. For pizza shop, any type of thing. I have seen what some of the places will do is I'll see them. It'll be your macaroni salad. I don't eat that type of stuff, but like your cold macaroni salads and that type of thing, potato salads, all that kind of stuff. Anything that you keep cool. All right, so our, let's say here, repair it tech. Are you a repair it type of tech? Or if the unit has too many problems, then you condemn it. Now, this is a very good question because this question has nothing to do with you as a technician. This question has everything to do with the client. Now, if you replace it, you're not going to make as much money as if you were to repair the unit. And when you're a one-man shop versus whether you have hourly employees or even if they're working on by the job and you're paying them commission, if you have employees, you're going to gravitate towards the repair at all costs scenario. When you're trying to get to a bunch of different clients, then you would err on the side of just getting replaced. And then some employees are a pain in the neck. Some, not employees, I mean some clients. Some clients are a nuisance. So the slightest thing, I'll give you an example. Right before I came on with you guys, I had a call from a restaurant, from a mom and pop restaurant. They said, "Hey, you did work on this one refrigerator by the cooking station on the back wall." And I have the type of memory because it's just I've had this memory since I was a kid, and I remember everything I've ever done for everyone, period, going all the way back. So people that don't realize that, they'll test me often. And the guy said, "Oh yeah, you worked on it, and I think it was that it didn't have any refrigerant." And I said, "No, it was that the door was broken and the door was falling off." And then I explained the chef that works in that station and the age of that guy and whole nine. I said, "No," I said, "remember, he had to help me hold the door while I was putting it on." I said, "Nope, it's 95 degrees outside. That refrigerator has a leak, and I'm gonna have to go over there and gas it up." So the client was trying to get a freebie out of me, trying to say, "Oh, well, I gassed it up and it didn't hold." Like, nope, never put any gas in that unit. I repaired the door. So I go through all that to tell you this: once you work on a unit, it's going to be in various stages of decay. That is fine if the customer is going to let you work on a unit and let you go ahead and replace everything that needs to be done. So this particular restaurant, what needs to be done is they need a new evaporator on this true two-door prep table. It needs another door hinge for the right side. So the right side needs a door hinge and it needs an evaporator. They have been putting off the repairs for the longest. So now I got to go over there and gas it up. It is not going to hold. No News Podcast, what's going on? Once again, they're trying to conserve on, they're trying to hold back on getting things repaired. And this is the absolute worst time because I got them. No matter who comes out. The prices are always higher. When the weather is warmer, the costs go up. It is what it is. Hey, No News Podcast. Hey, man, I'm using Restream, as you can see, because StreamYard is not quite working. So if you've never used Restream, now's the time to check it out. So I go through all that to say, look, man, you typically want to go and fix everything, but it's not up to you. It's up to the person that is paying. I have an isomatic that is in a breakfast spot, and it is a very well-known breakfast spot. The headquarters is Atlanta, Georgia, but it is in North Carolina. It's in Texas. They're in Florida. It's a well-known breakfast spot in certain circles. And I actually sold the Isomatic ice machine. Well, they kind of trashed the unit, and the door, the on and off switch, the unit will stop spamming. That's my Nightbot. Hey, oh wow, Nightbot works. Nice, finally. I changed. I removed the damage on and off switch. The customer, instead of calling me, they kept hitting the on and off button and they damaged it. And that's typically what you're going to find on Isomatic Elevation series. So I removed it. They didn't want to pay for a new one because I was able to get it on and off without doing so. Yeah, I was able to get the unit off and on. So here it is. They have all this money and they still won't pay for a new on and off button. They just called because Brother Charles, he does all that. He makes 6 figures. Let me make this bigger. Brother Charles makes 6 figures cleaning ice machines. That's all he does is ice machines. I don't have time for it. I do the repair, and he does the cleaning. So I'm the pimp. He's the poet. He's the poet. I'm the pimp. Equipment eye. That type of thing. We that's the roles that we have. Is that he'll do one thing, I'll do the other. So if pigs get fed, hogs get slaughtered. It was different if I had employees, then they would do the cleaning and then I would do the repair. But I don't have any employees. So instead of letting that side of the business die or killing my business by tying up all my time doing the cleaning, I have Brother Charles. I push off that onto him. He's his own entity. He takes all those clients, he charges them what he wants to charge them, and we do that. So he goes out, he went to this breakfast place, and now the pump doesn't work on this Isomatic Elevation series. I know what it is. I know it's a piece of calcium has gotten into the pump, wedged into the pump. It happens on Manitowoc and it happens on Isomatic. So it appears as if the pump doesn't work. But I'd have to go over there, disassemble the pump, pull it down. I might have a pump to show you guys if you want to see one. But so Brother Charles is going to, knock that on over to me. I'm gonna go ahead and catch that, run on over there, and then charge that customer, take care of that pump. And so that's how we work that. Now, does this customer want to fix everything? No, and they have more than enough money. They have more than enough money. Only time I really condemn a unit, and it's not really me condemning the unit, it's just that when the customer is super cheap and you have all these different repairs, it's that the customer always wants perfection. When you tell them, hey, look, I can fix the unit, but still going to need other stuff down the road. It's still going to need other stuff down the road. An orange energy drink that I get. My daughter likes to drink these, those like little squirt energy drinks. What the hell happened to my Instagram? Oh, no. Oh, there it is. Cool. So it's just like a little squirt. Mio, or whatever the hell. I don't know. Drinking alcohol makes you tired, and it's when it's like 100 degrees outside. That's the last thing you want to do is drink alcohol. You're not gonna make it. You ain't gonna have no energy. So, and to keep tumbling down that rabbit hole, you can present a customer with different options, and it's completely up to them. I fully documented on the paperwork. I'm doing a writing symbol. I no longer write out my invoices. Everything is now digital. Everything is now digital. I would show you as an example why I don't show you like what my invoices look like and all that stuff. I've had people over the last like 10 Here in Texas, and I've been here about 10 years, I've had about 3 people try to imitate who I am. You know, it usually doesn't work when people find out that I'm black. Most people assume that I am not black, and they run around and try to act like they're me. And people quickly find out that, hey, you're not the black guy. And then other times, you know, your phone doesn't work. But I do that because somebody tried to log into one of my parts accounts. All my parts accounts are COD. So even if somebody did hack into one of my accounts, they wouldn't get anything. You can't change the shipping, none of that kind of stuff. Appliance Parts Direct, what's happening? Speaking about appliance parts, I have a school. I tell you guys all the time, I hate schools. I have a school. I get these different accounts because I am specialized with these different brands. When it comes to dishwashers, you really don't have much of an option in I like to say it's the 4th largest city. According to the news over the last week, we're the 3rd, but whatever. When it comes to CMA dish machines, like it or not, I'm what you got. So this school has a CMA dish machine. It's an under-counter high temp. They have not been descaling it. They've not been cleaning it. So what happened is they end up eroding the seals to the pump, and then they get water leaking down from the pump, from the circulation pump, the wash motor pump, and eventually that water trails into the motor, and it erodes the bearing and whatnot. And that's the situation we have now. When they first called me out, I had to change the seal because it was dripping water all over the floor. But once that water dried up, let me show you here. CMA dish machine pump, UC50E. So here we go. It is not those. What the hell is it? There we go. It is this, $786. So once again, by the time I'm done with this, I'm going to make a lot more than what you guys charge on a seal system job. And I'm only going to use a socket set. I'm going to use a set of sockets. That is about it. That's it. That's all. All right, Wilco. It seems so difficult, and it's not difficult just for you. That is the whole reason I have this channel. So I'm trying to provide like a pathway. Most people venture into this business, they assume it's easy, they think that it is like residential, and you gotta chuck residential out of your mind. As I always say, you're going to take the skills that you have learned in residential appliance repair, and you're going to apply that in working on commercial, using a meter to trace items down to see what is working, if there's power coming into a board and if there's power coming out, blah blah blah. That is the same thing you're doing on residential, and it's going to be the same thing you're doing on commercial. All of that applies the same way you do a compressor on residential. It's science. It's actually physics. Everything still applies. Everything still applies. There's no difference. Everything is still done the same way. You might have a receiver involved. You might use king valves. It's funny you should say that. They called me. Parstown called me Friday. maybe Friday or Thursday, because I left a nasty review, and they actually didn't get a chance to bully me on the review this time, and so by the time they caught wind of the review, quite a few people had commented on it, and so now they actually have to react. So Parktown actually reached out to me, and we had a very crazy conversation. um, I have actually done work for Parkstown. Let me see if I can pull up my email. I don't know. I've never used this. I've never used this thing before. Yeah, Parkstown has an app. Parkstown has an app. Parkstown was the very first to download all the manuals and everything like that. So everything you guys are looking for me from everything you're looking for from me, as far as these manuals and guides and all that kind of stuff, it's here, as well as the manufacturer's website. It's also here. Now they don't have every single brand. They have, I think they have about 1,000 brands. So they're about short. They're about short two more thousand brands. So as you can see, I'll just go back. As you can see here, they have, let's see, shop all brands. And so you'll see, come on, man, there we go. So you'll see here, like, these are all the A brands. These are all the brands that are A. So when people will ask me, and they'll ask me time and time again, like, oh man, what's the brands? What's the brands? Dude, there are 3,000 brands of commercial appliances. I can do a video every day. Yeah, a class 3 meter. Now, well, we're going to have to do a twofold on this, because we deal with a lot of low voltage stuff. We deal with a lot of millivolt work. And on that, sometimes these really nice meters don't really pick up on some of this lighter stuff. Well, see, that's the thing. So, no news podcast to say is better than things blowing up in your hand. And for the most part, on this side of things, we are going to work with extremely low voltage, 700 millivolts type charge items. There is a segment of what we do that is three phase, 440 volts type stuff. I myself haven't run into anything over 440. So you'll have some dishwashers that are three phase 440. You'll have some steam kettles, the like. You'll have clamshell griddles that are electric that can get up there. You will have combi ovens. So you will have some brand of combi ovens that are electric that might get up there, that will be actually three phase. And then you'll have some of these grinders and motor bone saws and that type of stuff for the deli department. Some of them can actually get up there if they're doing that kind of butchery. If they're that type of a butcher shop, they're a specialty butcher, and they're cutting up not just ox and boar, but boar, and they're cutting up caribou and that kind of stuff. They might have some three phase type equipment. Now, so this is just the A. This is just A, and this goes all the way to Z. So as you can see, in the list, their list keeps growing, but they're not taking care of everyone. They're not taking care of everyone. They carry the most brands out of every part supplier out there. But just so you guys know, there are quite a few part suppliers. This is a new phenomenon, within the last decade and a half. before Partstown and All Points and Heritage and what's the name out of Seattle? I forgot what the hell their name is. There's my Fagor. Before that, you only ordered your stuff from the factory. You only ordered your stuff in the factory. And not only that, but you had to be an authorized service provider for that manufacturer in order to get the parts. Excuse me. And that's how everyone had their own little kingdom. That's how everybody had their own little kingdom, is that you would have to go down to, so if you were in Houston, you would have to go to me. They'd have to come to me and say, hey, Mike, I need some parts for Champion, or I need some parts for CMA, I need some parts for American Dish. And I'm like, all right, cool, what you need, that was allowed you to have your own parts counter in your own warehouse, all that good stuff. Oh, there we go, CMA dish machines. Now, they don't have that much stuff. I gotta go back to, let me see here, motor. I really do not care for parts. Damn it, see, it just went to that. I really do not care for a sale website. I really don't. You're not going to have too many people speak about Partstown in any other way other than 100% positive. And that is because Partstown owns a large number of service companies. They own Whaley Parts. They own, they own commercial kitchens. They own a number of different, so here we go with, let's see here. Parts manual, service and parts manual. And this is probably going to flip to another screen. I hate them so much. God, I hate Partstown so much. I hate them so much. Look at that. They even got LG. Well, because they do have residential now. So there's kind of a parts war going on that you guys aren't aware of. See, here's home appliance parts. Marcone is getting into the commercial space. So Partstown has responded by them getting into the residential space. Partstown has commercial appliance, has HVAC parts, and now Marcone does too. You got Encompass in the mix, and Encompass is actually owned by, I think, Marcone now. I don't want it. This sucks. This thing just doesn't work right. It has never worked right. It's always better for me to just do this. CMA, dish machine, UC, because anything else I do, it just sucks. It sucks so bad. So you'll find here, Webstaurant is selling the parts cheaper, and Zorro is selling the parts cheaper than freaking Partstown. And so what Partstown has been telling me is, oh, well, we got to verify that you're an authorized service provider. And I'm like, well, okay, whatever. I was, see right there, $786. When everyone else, Zorro is $742. And they're shipping. I get free shipping with Zorro. So it's like, why would I? Partstown's like, oh, you're not buying any parts from me. Like, I have zero reason to. Do I have stupid tattooed on my forehead? I have zero reason to buy from Partstown. Zorro is actually a respected company. Webstaurant is a respected company. So I have no reason not to buy my stuff from them instead of from Partstown. So Partstown is so difficult to deal with. Let's go back. So Partstown is so difficult to deal with. And even if I were to log in, my price is still going to be $786. A lot of people don't understand that. I can talk to Brother Charles. I was just talking about you, the $6 million man. I was just talking about you. Wow, that's crazy. It says, stop scamming. I finally got Nightbot working. So, Brother Charles, yeah, Encompass. All right, yeah, Encompass is owned by Parts. Only they're owned by Partstown. Okay, not Marcone. It's Partstown. Thank you, Appliance Parts Direct. So, and yeah, you're better off getting your stuff from Appliance Parts Direct than you are from Partstown, because Partstown is a hot mess. So anyway, there's 4 of these available. I gotta buy one. The only advantage that Parstown has over these others is I can actually use, when I go to purchase, I have a line of credit from PayPal, and I can actually use that line of credit with Parstown. Besides that, I have no other reason. I can buy this from TCD Parts much cheaper. I can buy this from CMA directly because I'm a service provider for CMA. So now what Parstown wants to do is they want to call. I'm authorized with a ridiculous number of manufacturers. So they want to actually call CMA and verify that I'm a service provider for them, which they will do. And then they're going to bring my price down to possibly match what CMA is giving me without me jumping through any hoops. Once Partstown brings the numbers in line, not even beating what the manufacturers are going to give me, just bringing it in line with what CMA's got, then they're going to hound the ever-loving snot out of me and ask, is there anything they can do? Can I order more? I got a call from All Points today asking that very same thing. How's the numbers looking and all that kind of stuff. What do you mean not that? What do you mean? Yeah, brother, you are the $6 million man. What are you talking about? I was explaining to people about how you do the ice machine cleaning and then I do the repair. So MJG and 8 Ball, Equimini, Pimp and the Poet, I'll order the half calf mochaccino latte with mint. I do that. We'll be that dynamic duo. So that's how we work this market, man. I don't tie myself up with 4-hour freaking cleanings. You know what I'm saying? Brother Charles will club him upside the head. Brother Charles will club him upside the head with that cleaning, and I can keep it moving. I go ahead and do a repair, or like I said, I can just go ahead and put in this damn pump, whether it's on a dishwasher or an ice machine. I'll go ahead and put on this pump, and like Brother Charles say, hey man, I'll hit it with that Louisville Slugger. So there are 4. This is a dishwasher. There's 4 in stock. So they don't go bad often, but what does happen is if they're using very substandard, soap, dish soap, what it will do is it will erode there's a seal in there. It's a gasket, and then that gasket will allow water to trail in, and this whole the bottom half will actually be discolored on the inside, not on the outside. It'll actually it'll turn black from this stainless steel, this pewter color to like a black on the inside because of that. This seal has been eroded, and they'll just neglect the thing and ignore the sound that it's making, that loud sound. And oh, Michael, there's dripping water on the floor. So I came out and I said, yeah, this thing needs a new seal. I changed the seal, but guess what? The damage is already done. So they ran it for a good 8, 9, almost a year. They ran it for almost a year, and so now it's at the point where that thing is singing a siren song. And it's time, because every time they run this dishwasher in this school, the entire, they hear it. It's a very small school, and they hear it throughout the whole building that this dishwasher is running. So they can no longer be cheap. They're going to have to do it, and this is going to take me about 3 hours. Why is it going to take me about 3 hours to change this CMA dish machine pump? On an upright, a regular upright, it would take me probably about 45 minutes. This is a CMA dish machine. Damn it. UC 150. It's not really a 150. Here we go, show you. So this is what it looks like. It is one of these. They went and said, "Oh yeah, let's go ahead and replace it." And when they went to go try to replace it, they found that that damn thing, and it's not a U50. It's a more expensive unit than that. Under counter high temp. Let's see what we come up with. Yeah, it's more or less like one of these that are about $7 grand. So they're gonna have to pay. Yeah, there we go. So they're in the situation where, a new one is $7 grand. So we're gonna have to pay good old Mikey Mike, the practically $2 grand to replace this motor. And not only are they gonna have to do that, they tried to get around the regimen that I had set up, and that's the thing. This is the difference in commercial versus residential. In commercial, these things need constant service. So I would have to come in at least every quarter and then pour acid in there, and then run the machine on a no chemical dispensing cycle, a D-lime cycle, and then eat up all the soap that's in there. Excuse me. So that soap is what's causing this unit to be to get damaged. Not only that, but I'm going to tell them to cancel the chemical service that they're getting right now, and then they're going to have to go with your boy. So this thing is a perpetual service. No matter what you do, it's perpetual service. Yes, like Untamed Kango said, yeah, the cheap soap makes me so much money. It makes me so much money. I love it. I love it. It makes me so much money. But eventually, people get tired of all these nuisance problems. But the quality soap that you can provide them, either by Spartan Chemicals, TMA, you can get stuff from TMA, Chemnet, but they're not going to sell you one at a bottle at a time. They're going to sell you 1,000. Well, actually, your first load is 3,000 pounds, and they're at my show. At the ISSA show. This is a whole nother world. Once you start getting into it, it is a whole nother world. But it is a world where your streets are paved with gold, right? So the people need you. They gotta call you often. So liquid, there we go, liquid dish machine detergent, and you don't have to go with the large jugs. You can go with the smaller. So you got TMA Chemnet. This is who I made my large order with, but I've since started talking to Spartan. And Spartan is providing their chemicals to a local company that's near me, so I can just go and pick up a 1 gallon jug if I want to. What that does for me is now I don't have to get a truckload. I don't have to get 1,000 pounds of chemical delivered to me on my re-up products. There we go. I don't have to get 1,000 pounds delivered to me to get my free shipping. which is nice. And then currently they would have to deliver to my home and then they're going to have to send a truck. And then I don't even have room in my garage right now. I got to clean up so much stuff. Got to get my wife. My wife is angry. So right now, it really, this pays. This really works out for me to just go to this local place that is about 15 minutes from my house, and I can go whoop and swoop up this 1 gallon jug if I wanted to, or it comes in a box of 4. So I can buy one, or I can buy the whole box of 4 if I wanted to. So it is a much better situation, and it's not really costing me that much more. Diversity, yes, Diversity is good. Diversity is one of the large companies. I don't have uh, I don't have any arrangement with Diversity. Spartan worked out a deal with a local. Spartan worked out a deal with a local company that sells chemicals for the guys that do the floor buffing, and a lot of the people that do the cleaning for banks and schools and stuff like that. All those people. So they provided that for them. And then also they also have chemicals for people that wash cars and stuff like that and do car detailing. They have a lot of that equipment there, all those sprayers and washers. So my stuff is there. I am the only one that buys that stuff, but they're carrying it for me. Fun fact. All right, so Untaken Kango says get a warehouse. Here's the fun part about getting a warehouse. Everybody thinks that your warehouse is not climate controlled. These are very strong chemicals. They will eventually eat through these bottles. I know this firsthand. I've lost many a bottle because they have weakened the bottles, and during these July, August, these bottles will begin to leak. And you'll go and grab a bottle, and you're like, damn, the bottle's light. And then the damn bottle will be empty because it leaked out everything and weakened all the other everything around it. So it's nice to say get a warehouse, but if you're not cycling through this material, I go through this. I am spoon fed these clients, and I don't go through this chemical like that. So my advice to you is you would actually speak to Spartan. You would TMA Chemnet is more geared to people who are going to be putting their own labels on the stuff. So my advice is more like Spartan. You can call Spartan. They will direct you to they will ask you for your zip code, and they will tell you who is closest to you that can and will carry that product for you. And you let them know that sales rep will then contact that local supplier, and they will then carry D-Limer for dishwashers. They will then carry detergent for dishwashers, rinse aid for dishwashers. So that type of thing. That will be your best bet. Buying this stuff in bulk like I did, you're going to have a lot of wastage. You're going to have a lot of loss because you're not going to be able to. It's very expensive to store that stuff in an air-conditioned storage space. And if you do go with a true to traditional warehouse, your warehouse is not going to be air conditioned. Yeah, I know. Yeah, International Quiet Storm. Yeah, thanks for coming through, man. Hey, spread the word too. If people's StreamYard isn't working, they're gonna have to go with Restream. They're gonna have to go with Restream or OSB, because StreamYard is not the video isn't working on StreamYard today. So it's a rare thing. It happens, I guess, like once every other year or once a year. The StreamYard has an issue like this. But thanks for coming through. Appreciate that. So once again, all right, we got nothing on Instagram. So once again, yeah, if you're going to get into this, and Spartan does carry ice machine cleaner. Let's see here. I'll just Google it. I'll Google it. Spartan chemical. You know what? .com ice machine. Ah, see if that works. Ice machine cleaner. Bam. So here you go. Here are the different ones. Noble, blah, blah, blah. Ream. Spartan. Here we go. That's an enzyme, though. That's not ice machine cleaner. But Spartan does have an ice machine cleaner. They have so many others. What is this? Tile cleaner, blah, blah, blah. They do have an ice machine cleaner. Here are their degreasers. That's Nichols. But they carry it. So you're going to want to, let me see, Diversey. This is Diversey. Yeah, Granger carries Diversey. Oh, that's nice to know. That's too much. That's $100 for floor cleaner? No, 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 no. That's the problem with that is the problem with Granger. Sometimes those prices are just ridiculous. So let's see here. Diversey product catalog. So Diversey is just like the other ones. They're going to have grill cleaner to clean griddles. They're going to have cleaner to clean your combi ovens, your steam ovens, like your AccuTemp, different one growing. All those steamers, they have a cleaner just for that. That is a weaker cleaner that is not going to damage the integrity of the stainless steel, because those steamers are pressure cooker bombs, and you don't want to cause a weak spot in a pressurized oven. You definitely don't want to do that. All right, so this, let me see here. Ice machine. See what we got. But anyway, you can call these people. Spartan is a ice melter. Spartan is a go-getter company. I don't know what the hell this is. So I usually say Spartan. I haven't had any issues with their cleaner. For ice machines, I've had a problem with their cleaner. For dishwashers, they've been a pretty solid. I mean, they are a top chemical company. But I've been kind of rambling on. All right, what we got? Yeah, spread the word. Thank you. Please explain the reason for acetone. I've never done acetone cleaning, so that's a new one to me. I have never, let's see here, acetone cleaning. Unless you're talking about cleaning, ooh, cancel that. Unless you're talking about cleaning copper lines. Acetone cleaning, let's see here, ice machine. So the only thing I could think of, yeah, that's what comes up. When I say acetone cleaning, ice machine cleaner comes up with, like, once again, Granger with their ridiculous stuff. Like Hoshizaki with their stuff. Now, Hoshizaki, you could use quite a few different cleaners. Woo! See, what the hell? Oh, that's a case of 4? But still. Oh, there's other things you could use on a Hoshizaki. For a while, they were blaming you guys, the service providers. I haven't looked at any of the ingredients on any of these particular cleaners. LED Handyman. So they are typically almost like a strong lemon juice. with most of these. What you're going to do, especially when it comes to ice machines, you're going to go with the manufacturer's ice machine cleaning supplies. So Manitowoc has their own. And when it comes to Isomatic, damn it, Isomatic has their own. I keep messing this up. So as you get more involved with the business, you'll learn about concentrations. You learn what you can and cannot use. So Amazon has Manitowoc cleaner. This is actually not bad. In the gallon, the $95 worth. You can go with the aftermarket ones that you're going to find in the HVAC supply house, such as Ace ice machine cleaner, which is going to be a lot less expensive. See, here's Rector Seal at Ace Hardware, $13. New Calgon, but you're going to find that it's less expensive in the HVAC supply store. So here we go. This is Ace. This is a brand that you're going to find in Johnstone. Johnstone carries Ace nickel safe ice machine cleaner, and they have the other one that's not nickel safe. They're not, of course, they're not going to show any prices because your prices are going to vary based on where you are. But there are a lot of different ones out there. So you're always told, woo! All right, be very careful with the chlorine. You know, especially it's in the van, it will choke you out. That's like having the CO2 in your van. It will choke you out. So you got to be careful. The chlorine will burn your eyeballs out of your head. So these things are good for cleaning the non-ice making portions of the machine, cleaning your bin, cleaning the walls of the ice machine, but not exactly for cleaning the cells on a nickel safe unit such as Isomatic, such as Scotsman, such as Manitowoc, and any of what those other ones. Using non OEM cleaners are always going to be best left for those that have plenty of experience with these other cleaners. Acetone, chlorine, TSP, concrete etcher. You know, those are not for the uninitiated. I have gone to many a location, and I have found that even with a strong concentration, what the hell? Even with a strong concentration of just regular bleach, that has wiped off the electroplated coating on an Isomatic ice machine. That was something that you could do with a machine that was 30 years old. So that every time I go to a machine and I see that the coating is completely gone, I know that an old timer did that. That tells me an old timer did that. They came with some bleach, and they used undiluted bleach, pure concentrated bleach, and they ran a wash cycle, and they completely washed off the coating. And then surprise, surprise, that thing wouldn't release the ice. It made ice, but the ice wouldn't fall off the plate anymore. And of course, they skedaddled, right? They hauled ass, never be heard from again. And of course, they call the factory guy out. So here I come, do. I come out there and I go, woo! That tilt plate is not glossy or shiny anymore. It is gray. And I go out there and I see that sucker base metal gray. Let me see here. All right, so I don't know how long I have. Granger is set. Look at this. See, it is just all out war. It is all out war. Manitowoc parts are being sold at Granger. Nice. Nice. I am no friend of Baker. I am no friend of Baker. So, whoa. This is the back half of it. This isn't the front. I wish they would show the front. Roll over. No, you bastards. Nice. SM50. Woo! Okay. So this is for the little guy that has the like the cup. This makes the bell housing ice. Oh, excuse me. This makes the bell housing ice. Man, I'm trying to find a freaking picture of an evaporator that's nice and glossy with that gold shimmer. I'm trying to see if I can find one. They have this. So I for one am very happy with this news. I'm finding more and more that other people are getting into this, carrying these parts. Now, it used to be where carrying parts and selling parts was a thing. I can't speak on Viper. I don't use Viper. I don't use any Viper products whatsoever. So I can't speak on it. Don't know anything about it. It's kind of nice. Yeah, Viper is refrigeration technologies. Viper is refrigeration products by it's Viper by Refrigeration Technologies. So let me show you that one right here. Viper. Viper. So I use what the hell? What the hell just happened? Oh shit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Did I lose everybody? Ah. Uh-oh. Oh, good. I'm here. All right. I thought everybody was going. My bad. Okay. This thing just opened up a whole nother. Well, you guys can see it. I don't know where the hell that is. I'm gonna have to open up another one. All right. Well, I'm back at it. All right. So I use Nylog, both. I use the blue and the red for Nylog, but I do not use their cleaner. Right, so they have coil cleaner for the condenser and the evaporator. I don't use either one. So Supply House, which I'm team Supply House. Supply House has it for $16.80. Let's see if there's free shipping with that. So Viper is going to be at your local Supply House. So they have it. It's $16.80. They should match this price if maybe they'll beat it. I doubt they're going to beat it, but they should match it. You do get free shipping on $100 from Supply House, supplyhouse.com. So they're the ones. Matter of fact, I think I'm wearing a hat. Let me see here. Let's make this bigger. Is that what this is? Yes. So this is the hat right here for Supply House. So this is the Trade Master program, which I'm a part of with supplyhouse.com. So they did send me this hat. So I will. In the trades, we do something strange for some hats. I'll tell you that. So $16.80, supplyhouse.com. You pick this up. So with a total order of $100, you can get this. If you go ahead and send them your resale license number, your resale number, you won't have to pay any sales tax. and free shipping. So they have, if you want to go with Viper, go nuts. They got the coil gun for spraying condensers and the whole nine. But as far as talking about their nickel safe, I have never tried it. I have tried even the simple, cheap ass Ace. I've used Ace stuff. I've used Ace. I've used all kind of stuff. For a while, I had my TMA stuff, and then I had Spartan. So I have some Spartan nickel safe cleaner. See if I can find it. All right, machine cleaner. Let's see what comes up. Oh, I'm coming up with Rector Seal. Let me show you this. Some of everybody has it. So if you're Team Rector Seal, see, it says it meets the Manitowoc specifications. So there are a number of cleaners out there. My advice is you're going to have to check them out. So nice. So Marcus is saying, yeah, he uses Supply House. So you can join their program, and I think they're gonna try to be a little more friendly with the. If you join their program, they might come down on some of your prices, and then they might even you might even be able to finesse them on lowering that shipping barrier on the free shipping. So we're at the hour mark. As you guys know, you didn't hear from me much last week, and that was because I am in Houston, Texas. I was without power for about 4 hours. Other people just got their power yesterday. And what I mean by other people, I mean like restaurants, restaurants and that kind of stuff. They only got their power. A lot of people, I was at a Starbucks working today, and they haven't received like their orders. So they said they get their orders on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, and they hadn't gotten an order since we had that storm. So I'm saying that to let you guys know, like, yeah, things were a little sporadic. I had power, but I didn't have any internet. There was no internet, and then we had like bad cell phone coverage. So, and that was for everybody. Verizon, I'm on Comcast. I'm talking to you right now using Xfinity. My cell phone is Xfinity, and my cell phone uses the Verizon system. So Verizon was down, Xfinity, everybody was down. So I really couldn't go live. I was only able to like send messages back and forth and comment on people's stuff. So what's going on, all you people on Instagram? I'm getting ready to wrap this thing up. So any questions you might have, now is your time to ask those things. I will do my best to address them. Oh, and before I end this thing, let me get back to structural. Let me see, Atlas, because I kind of went off script there. Let me go back to Atlas Metals. This is one you could sign up with. Here's Atlas Metals. So let me go to the contact section. There is a young lady that handles that handles their dispatching all their calls, whether they're COD or warranty. There's one person. They do have a tech support department. Tech support is kind of they're kind of let's just say they need some work. They know their stuff, but as far as dealing with you guys, especially being new to the business, it's going to be a little rough for you dealing with Atlas. But Atlas has the need. And now my stuff is not freaking loading. Let me go back. Let's see here. There's a contact us. So here's the number. They are in Miami. They're in Miami. So this is the 800 number. Just because you're in Miami doesn't mean that they don't have a need for it. So could be. I know there's a lot of you people upstate Florida, Tallahassee, and all that. But you can always give them a call. Speak to the nice lady in the warranty department. Get signed up. So this applies to you if you are on the hot side. They have hot side stuff. If you're on the cold side, they have cold side stuff. So they make the hot holding tables in the cold wells. This is a nice entry into that world. This is going to get you into your retirement homes. This is going to get you into hospitals. This is going to get you into schools and universities if you want it. This will get you into buffet restaurants, pizza places, that kind of thing. So LED Handyman, he said you're currently getting stuff that they can't get locally at controlcentral.com. Oh, okay. Well, let's see. Let's see what we got here. Controlcentral.com. There are a lot of oh, it's controls with an S. So here's Control Central. Now, this leans more towards air conditioning, but they do have some electrical stuff. This is for ice machine. There we go. This is what you typically use on an Isomatic. So this is an inline filter. This is a commercial. This right here is a commercial inline filter for an ice machine. So this, you'll see here, it'll tell you something like it can handle, for a machine that makes up to 125 pounds of ice a day. So they have this one, and then they have a larger one that will do 500 pounds of ice a day. Oh, it says it right up. It tells you the microns and all that other good stuff. So as you can see, yes, $112 for this type of a filter. Masterbuilt. What do you mean, who makes Masterbuilt? Masterbuilt makes Masterbuilt. Let me show you. And just so you guys know, you guys can always hit me up. You guys can hit me up anytime during a stream, a broadcast that I do. Anytime, feel free. Oh, hold on. Hold on. It's BLT or something like that. So Masterbuilt is a very old brand. There we go. Masterbuilt it is not a new brand. It is a very old brand. There you go. It is a very old brand. So I want you all to feel comfortable enough to ask me about that. Hey, Rich Maliki is on. What's happening? Thanks for coming. Rich Maliki, he has a two service companies. And one is in Bayonne, New Jersey. The other's in New York, specifically Long Island. So if you need parts, you can always contact, I believe it's 24 service, but it's Maliki Cares. So if you need parts and you're in New York, you're in New Jersey, you can always go to Maliki Parts and Service. And he's also the distributor now for several brands. So pizza ovens, deep fryers like Brewster deep fryers, and that type of thing. And then he is now working with some of the soft serve manufacturers. So I can't remember right now if it's Pasmo or if it's Spaceman or if it's even both. So it's going to be one of those two. So if you're still here, let me know, Rich, which one, or if you got any particular number you want people to call. So, and if you need to buy appliances and you're in the tri-state area of New York, you can always go to Rich, any one of his companies, and you can buy appliances for your client. So I've actually sent at least one person over there for to buy something, a replacement for an oven that the customer had. So this is master built. This is a legacy, what I consider one of the legacy manufacturers. Let me see if I can tell you how long they've been around. Let's see if they have a about us, join our team, blah blah blah. So they've actually changed names. They are now RSG, Refrigeration Solutions Group. They were owned by someone else before that, and before that they were actually master built. So they are. Let's see if I can find something else. They don't have an About Us page. News. Let me see about news. No. But anyway, so master built, as it was said in the chat, master built. You're going to find master built, and I told you guys about that. You're going to find master built in CVS, and not only will you find master built in CVS, but you're going to find master built in a lot of places that serve ice cream, right? That is one of their strongholds is ice cream. They have. I'll just show you instead of me flapping the gums. Let me show you everything that they're going to need. See, they have the tempering cabinets, serving cabinets, walk-in freezers, and the display freezers. So one of their clients is damn it, they serve burgers and stuff too. Ah, man. Anyway, so they serve burgers and ice cream, and in this black case that you see here, they'll have this case lined up with ice cream cakes. It's not Baskin Robbins. It is Dairy Queen. I think Dairy Queen. So Dairy Queen is one of their customers, right? Let me see if we can get into this. It says products, but they don't want to show me any of the freaking products. So there's their cabinets. There we go. And then they have walk-ins. So like I said, this is a legacy company. They've been around. I want to find it. I want to say the original company has been around for 100 years. And nowadays that's not hard to find a company that's been around for 100 years. That's an American company. So as you can see here, ice cream cabinets. So they are top in this category. Matter of fact, even if you go to a sandwich shop, I want to do a story. I'm going to do it probably Thursday, where there are some stories I want to cover for you guys about up and coming restaurants and restaurants that are making Dairy Queen, and places that are making a comeback. So not only is it Cold Stone, Dairy Queen, and if you ever go to a sandwich shop from Chicago called Potbelly's, where they keep their ice cream is in a master built freezer. So it's a little small one that they keep. Pretty much it's behind the register, and they have the little setup there for when they do your shakes and stuff like that. So they'll pull the ice cream out of that little freezer. It's typically going to be a master built. When you go to Smoothie King, they're supposed to have a master built freezer for Smoothie King. They don't always stick to that. Those Smoothie Kings don't always stick to that. But so as you can see here, they have the display, the merchandiser for the ice cream tubs, the 3-gallon tubs, and you scoop that. That is going to be a master built, especially if it's an older location. You might just find a master built. Now people are going with the max ice and all that other stuff. So here you go. Here's that fair use. Let's see if I can make this bigger. And I don't know if you guys can hear this. I can't hear it, so I'm just going to pause that. But here you have all the cases that they highly specialize in. But not only this, they have remotes. So some of their units, especially like those freezer cases that I showed you previously. Oh, so dipping cabinets, that's what they call dipping cabinets. The ice cream topping centers. Minchies. Minchies, the freezers, the upright freezers that have, once again, have the ice cream cakes and have the soft serve that's already prepackaged into containers. Those upright units are master built. Now, unfortunately, when you deal with master built, you got to deal with Parkstown when it comes to the warranty on the compressor. You got to send you got to send the old compressor. You got to pay Parkstown for the new compressor. They're going to send you the new one, and then you're going to take the old one, send them the old one, and then they're going to test it. And if it is bad, then they'll credit your money or refund your money. So Masterbuilt has walk-ins, right? So theirs are some of theirs are actually mounted right up above, just like Coal Pack. So RSG is just like, not RSG, but Masterbuilt is just like Coal Pack, where they have some units that are mounted right up above, which is perfect for you guys that are that are just now getting into this. This is the style of walk-in that I recommend for someone new to commercial. All you do is you take the ladder, you climb up top. Now I have some of these at Great American Cookie. I think Great American Cookie has this brand for some of their walk-ins. I'm not too sure. And now that I said that, I'm probably gonna get a call from like 2 or 3 of them tomorrow talking about that freaking walk-in. I shouldn't talk about it. Aha, so this one has remote. So they say right here that these, so don't automatically go run around thinking that, oh, they're all got their pack. No, they don't all have the capsule pack. Some of them have a remote. And they are using, as it is, this right here, they are using an R290. Now, not on the remote, just on the ones that are mounted directly up above. Because all they are is basically an air conditioner, and it's just blowing the air down into the unit. And I have always had a positive experience with their walk-ins. Unfortunately, customers don't clean the condenser coils that are mounted up there. They stack their boxes up there and block the fresh air from getting to these units, and it usually kills those condensers. It kills the condensers, it kills the compressor on those units, but these things are made to be repaired. No one's going to scrap a perfectly good walk-in because the evaporator, the condenser, the module, as they call theirs, the capsule pack, is down. they're going to get that replaced. Let's see here. And then once again, if you wanted to get into building these things, this is a brand that is pretty forgiving when it comes to that. They have very good tech support. They also have a couple of old timers over there, just like the gentleman at RDI Copac. But I will warn you, this one is out of Mississippi or something like that. And their tech support can be a little short with you. Their tech support they don't exactly have that Southern hospitality that people like to say that they have. It's a little lacking when it comes to Masterbuilt, Mississippi. Yes, Mississippi. So they are in Albany, New Albany, Mississippi. M-I, cricket letter, cricket letter. So that is where they are. When you call, you're better off with an older guy. If you get a guy in his 30s, he's not exactly going to have patience. And you might end up arguing with him. But if you get an old timer on the phone, you're golden. You're good. But some of the whippersnappers, they got a lot more, customer service skills they got to work on. And then, like I said, you got to deal with Parstown on the parts. So they will set up everything, and then everything's got to come from Parstown. So there you go. You can contact them and get set up with Parstown for this type of thing. See, if I even click on this, I think it's going to take me. Yeah, it takes me right to Parstown. Takes you right. Parstown is the master distributor. They do not handle the tech support. Tech support is still handled by Masterbuilt in Mississippi. If you're calling and you're on the West Coast and it's not quite the time, you will get the tech when he's at home. So the calls are being answered by these techs, and they're not in the office. So you will get someone. You will get someone. You will get a response. Someone will call you back. If you're on the East Coast and you're calling, and it's after hours or whatever, for Mississippi, they will call you back. They know what they're doing. They will help you, but their bedside manner leaves a lot to be desired. So with that, I gave you the information to Atlas. Give Atlas a call. Masterbuilt, I thank you so much for this one, because I didn't think to talk about Masterbuilt and Global. Let me give you Global too. I've talked about Global. But I like to do these things in the category. So this is Global. So you would call Masterbuilt. Hold on one second. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I don't quite know where the mute button is. I don't quite know where the mute button is on this program just yet. Sorry about that. Masterbuilt and Global. So your Global is going to be, it is also Dairy Queen. It is Baskin Robbins. This is your Baskin Robbins. Dunkin' Donuts is Global Refrigeration. I talked about them before, but since this has popped up, we're going to talk about it. See, their big thing is ice cream. That is one of their number one go-tos that they are doing. See, they also have the dipping cabinets, but this is a major player in dipping cabinets. It's a major player when it comes to ice cream. Global And oh, the last manufacturer we were just talking about. So people that are serious about ice cream, if they are a serious ice cream company, you know, they tend to go with these brands. So here we go. Here's your vertical merchandiser. They go with these brands because these brands are repairable. They are not throwaways like the others. So these are the, ooh, it's a bottom mount. I've never seen a bottom mount global refrigeration unit. I didn't even know they had any. So this is global refrigeration. Every now and then, these suckers will end up in other places. They will end up in your CVS. They will end up in your Dollar General, things like that. They're always scrambling, looking for refrigeration, whether it's freezer or fridge. And as you can see here, Global Refrigeration is out of Cleveland, Ohio. And you can give them a call. Here's their number. Let's see if I can copy this. Nope. So there's their number. globalref.com. And you want to call all of these people, let them know you exist. Oh, Nightbot. Nightbot, be nice. Be nice. Thank you very much. Please hit like. Please subscribe. I will address the different things. I just recently saw that people had made a comment on the shorts on YouTube. I am not creating those shorts. That is the algorithm. That is the AI creating those shorts. So I don't even know those things exist. I'm not even getting a notification when you are leaving a message on the shorts. So if you do see a short and you want to ask a question about it, leave it on something else or bring up the question here, and I can get to those. I can help you guys on that. See, someone had a question about a pasta cooker. So here's a hardening cabinet. Oh, show this damn thing again. So what's popping up are the sheets. So they're just bringing you right to the tech guides. So here's all the stuff for the hardening cabinet. So this is what brings everything down right to the -40 to harden all that stuff in the containers, and then you can place that hardened ice cream into a regular freezer. That'll be around -5 or even 0 to -5, and then when you take your hardened ice cream, you're going to temper it, which is going to let it warm up almost to 30 degrees. And then those are going to be in the dipping cabinets. So it's scoopable ice cream where it's going to actually have flavor. When it's down to -40, you don't have flavor. When it's still at 0 degrees, it doesn't have flavor. The flavors come out closer to 30 degrees, and then it's scoopable, and then it's nice and creamy. The ice cream you won't have a hard time getting the ice cream out of the tubs and into whatever container, whether it's going to be a cone or a cup. It'll plate nicely when you're trying to do that. So that is why they have so many different type of refrigeration and freezer equipment in an ice cream shop. And you're like, what the hell's all that for? Why do they have all those different ones? And why is it negative 40 degrees? And so that's why. That's why you don't want the stuff to separate. You don't want it to, because it'll separate into the cream and then everything else, and then different items you put in there. Mars bar, Snickers. Oh, you guys can't see that. Mars bar, Snickers, all the stuff that you put in there, ice cream, pieces of cake, all that kind of stuff. It will actually separate if you're putting it in a freezer and it's not at that -20, -40. Then you'll try to scoop the ice cream, and it might have pieces of cake in it. Say it's birthday cake ice cream, and you'll just have straight cream, and then the ice or the cake will float to the top, and then the ice cream will be at the bottom. And so if you make it out of the batch freezer into the tubs, and you throw those tubs into the hardening cabinets, everything will be exactly as the client wants it to be. And so they might call you out to fix one of those hardening cabinets. You like, but man, it's at, you know, it's at -5. Everything should be fine. But it's not, because if they want Neapolitan or one of those where you got the red, the brown, and the green, it's all going to mesh up and be one brown color because it's not freezing it solid enough. They can't make their ice cream, freeze it, and then put it on a truck and deliver it to local restaurants, because it's just going to distort, and it's not going to give that customer the product that they're looking for. They're going to peel back the lid, and it's not going to be what they wanted. It's not going to be what they wanted. So don't think the customer's crazy. These things have different temperature ranges, and it's to provide a desired outcome. All right. So the customer's not crazy. This is for a reason, which is why you're like, oh, what's the need in this business? What's the need? Do people really need you? Yes, they really need you. Just because something is working doesn't mean it's working correctly. Doesn't mean that the customer is getting the desired outcome from their product, from what they've made. So, and with that, I'm gonna stop rambling. I'm at 1 hour 40. No, that's not people hating. That Nightbot is my program. Nightbot is my program. It's not a person hating. It's an algorithm. It's there to protect me from, you know, other AI, you know, that's, you know, trying to get me kicked out and all that kind of stuff. So nobody's hating on you. It's just there to protect me. There's no person working the strings on that puppet. And I want to thank you all for coming and showing me the love. I really do appreciate it. Let me know if there's something in particular you want me to go into, and I'll help show you who makes that item, what their clientele base is, how you get a hold of them, who you should get a hold of. And please let me know if you're having a hard time getting on with some of these manufacturers. I will then call them on your behalf and find out what the deal is. So I'll call them, and then I can do a video. Next time I come on Mondays and I come on Thursdays. So Mondays I'm on at 7 p.m. Central Time, and then on Thursdays I typically come on after Mike's need. So if he's typically doing like 30 minutes, maybe 45 max if he does come on. So I'll come on after him. He'll typically come on around 7 p.m. Central Time. And then I will address these issues you might have, these questions. So don't hesitate. This is your money. This is how you earn a living. So ask. Nightbot is tripping. So I'd like to thank you all for coming. And I will see you guys on Thursday. Feel free to leave questions in the comment section when the video does post on YouTube, because it notifies me directly, and then I can put this stuff out for you guys. And then on Thursday, I'm going to talk about the restaurant chains that are expanding, that are making a second go at expanding. I'll talk about the ones that are collapsing and what that means to you and to your business. Talk to you later. If I can figure out how to end this thing.